I was talking to one of my students the other day, and you know what I told him? I told him, look, rap is actually one of the easier genres in music to actually blow up in. Rap is actually one of the easier genres for you to take over in music. I know it's hard to believe, especially with all the pomp and circumstance and all the glitz and the glamour and the red carpet and the race, the Ferraris, the Lamborghinis, the bottle of champagne, the motto. It seems like it'd be especially difficult, especially when you're thinking of like other genres, like some old country singer or some like folk singer that they can just wear whatever they want. But rap is actually one of the easier genres simply because most rappers are fucking lazy, or most rappers don't have work ethic or motivation, or most rappers tend to spend more time stunting and showing how it's hustle life and this is what we up to and y'all can't see us, and taking pictures and Snapchatting their jewels and actually doing the work necessary to get in the public's eye. Reading the books you need to read. I bet half of y'all don't even know that Jay-Z and Eminem actually have books that you can read. And they're not just books promoting their new album. They're actually books about how they write, how they started to rap, what were their influences. Most rappers are not willing to read those books. Most rappers are not willing to grind out their social media to the point that they can finally get the attention of that PR or that publicist who wants to work with them, or that label that wants to work with them. They're just simply not willing to work on it. So rappers actually tend to give up faster than a lot of other genres. So rap is actually easier than you think. You're not competing with that songwriter who's been writing and playing guitar and studying and being a virtuoso, might even have a degree in classical theory of guitar and stuff, who still could make a hit record and make a lot of sales in their 30s and 40s. You can think of all those country singers who still have hits in their 30s and 40s. Like, there's a long tail with other genres. Rap, usually people get really hyped from age 15 to about 20, and then they just give up. Or even by the time they hit 20, they're burned out on herb and pussy, and they just realize that they actually have to promote themselves and they can't just brag or take snaps of themselves and the one red carpet event they get to go to a year. Like, that's, most rappers in this game, they just get burned out, or they just spend most of their time chasing ass and all this shit, and they give up by the time they're 25. There's that old expression, it's like most people, or most dreamers, like, I couldn't believe I made it to 25, or most dreams die at 25. Well, that definitely is the case for rap, because I see way too many folks giving up too early, whereas singers, they could, Google Susan Boyle if you really want to see how long singers have an opportunity. So you as a rapper, what can you get out of this? It's like, look, it's actually easier than you think if you would just work, if you would not give up, if you would be more creative. We would spend that extra 20 minutes a day reading a relevant book, reading books about the music business, watching my videos, shameless plug, joining my class, shameless plug. Even if you don't do that, actually taking the steps that the man next to you won't. A great way to do that also is be up on the newest social media. Be up on the latest movement. You should be really popping on Instagram by now, and Twitter, and all the things that already happened. Snapchat is really starting to pop. You should be on these things. Get ahead of the game. And although it seems like, oh, that's a lot of work that I've got to post 2 or 3 Instagram posts a day. Like, look, man, like, most rappers are thinking the exact same way you are if you're thinking like that. So if you just do what they're not willing to do, you'll be where you want to be, because this is just a genre where a lot of people give up or too busy stunting. So this video is a quick video, just a reminder that it's a lot easier than you think if you're willing to work, if you're willing to hustle. There's a reason you see so many videos from me. There's a reason you see my clients, my students working so hard, because I tell them all this stuff. There's a reason why I'm always continuing to be in your face with these new videos. It's because I know that if you would just take some of these steps and just do what the next man is not willing to do, you can really start to see the career of your dreams. So with that being said, a little bit of motivation from the big homie Drew. Be sure to check out the exclusive group, my online class, where you get to work with me if you're a serious applicant and you're really willing to grind, and you're not one of these folks that's going to get burnt out because it's really hard to post a Snapchat. But if you're really on it, you're about it, come hit us up. So check you out tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps. Peace.